Connect Western Best Brains CWBB 2022. Western Region, are you ready? Which junior high school has the best brains? Watch the story unfold as over 180 brains from 45 schools representing 11 districts from one region square off. It's the Connect Western Best Brains CWBB 2022. Which junior high school will secure the bragging right of being referred the best brains? It's going to be exciting, revealing, nerve-wracking, and action-packed.
Welcome to the second contest in this year's edition of the CCWBB, which is the Connect Cowbell Western Best Brains Quiz Competition. 3 schools are here with me, and they have promised yet another exciting contest. At the end of the day, one of them will book its ticket to the semi-final of this year's edition of the CCWBB. This year's edition is proudly sponsored by our headline sponsor, Cowbell, Our Milk, and also Kel Kate's Youth Bridge Foundation, and partnered by the Ghana Education Service, GES, 7-Star Natural Mineral Water, Fijai Senior High School, our proud and kindest host. I am Albert Osei Owusu Abebio. I will be your quiz master. This afternoon's quiz would have NSUTA DADWEN School, BETHEL Methodist School in Takoradi, and St. Peter's International School competing. From NSUTA DADWEN School, we have
Deborah Homia, Shadrach Kumson,
Bethel Methodist JHS were here last year. They went all the way to the final. Unfortunately, they were beaten by St. Anthony of Padua Catholic JHS. Bethel Methodist this year are represented by
Jeffrey Tan Otu, Reginald Dankuma,
Finally, for today's contest, we have from St. Peter's International School,
Susanna Awunlate Bella, Salasia Kota J.
This contest will come to you in 4 rounds. Round 1 is dedicated to questions from social studies and English language. In round 2, you answer questions from integrated science. In round 3, you would answer questions from mathematics. Round 4 is the power round. We will test your knowledge in current affairs or general knowledge. For a correctly answered question, for a bonus, for a correctly answered question, if it's your main question, you would get 3 points. If it is a bonus, you will get 1 point. If a school is unable to answer its main question, that question will be up to the 2 schools to compete for a bonus. You will compete for it by being the fastest to the bell. So you press the bell and you alert me. If you press the bell, keep your hand on the buzzer until I call you. There would be tossing questions in round 1, 2, and 3. During the tossing questions round or section, a question will be asked all 3 schools. The fastest to the bell would alert me, and then you would answer. If you get it correct at the first attempt, it is 4 points. If that school is unable to answer correctly, an opportunity will be given to the 2 schools to again battle for it by ringing or alerting me with their bell. If a school picks that particular question and answers correctly, you would have 3 points. If that school unfortunately is unable to answer, the 3rd school, if they so desire, they would alert me by ringing their bell, and if they answer correctly, they'll have 2 points. However, if you are unable to answer correctly, you will suffer a penalty point of -1 for both the bonus questions that will come to you and then the tossing questions that you would battle for. For the purposes of clearing any doubts, I would like that you would test your bells. So first, NSUTA DADWEN School. Press. Bethel Methodist. St. Peter's International School. We are good to go. We can start now. Round 1. I will start with you in NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. For this set, it's a preamble to all the three schools. You will give me the word that is nearest in meaning to the word that I will give. I'll give that word in a sentence and I will specify. Your question. My mother is a spendthrift, and this is a source of worry to my father. Your word in NSUTA DADWEN is spendthrift.
Generous.
Generous is not correct. It is up for a bonus. St. Peter's International. Susanna.
Extravagant.
Extravagant is correct. Bethel Methodist. Your word is communal, and this is the sentence. Children should participate in communal activities. Jeffrey.
National activities.
Not national. Only one attempt. Up for a bonus. St. Peter's.
Local. Domestic.
I won't take that. What did you say, Bethel?
National.
I will take national. I will take national. So the answers I was expecting: public, general, community, shared, joint, collective, cooperative. Your main question. St. Peter's. Your word is aroma, and this is the sentence. I am enjoying the aroma from the kitchen.
Fragrance.
Susanna.
Fragrance.
Fragrance is correct. Again, a preamble to all three schools. Complete the following with question tags, or complete the following question tags. In NSUTA DADWEN, she dances so beautifully. Deborah.
Doesn't she?
That is correct. Bethel. Students in this school work hard.
Don't they?
Don't they is correct. St. Peter's. Arthur has never been pleased with his children's performance. Susanna.
Has he?
Has he is correct. Again, a preamble to all schools. I will give you either a proverb or idiomatic expression, and then in a sentence, but I'll specify which idiomatic expression or proverb. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, yours is pulling my legs, and this is the sentence. I hate George because he likes pulling my legs.
Teasing me.
Shadrach, teasing me is correct. Bethel, this is your expression. Cut your coat according to your cloth. And this is the sentence. Cut your coat according to your cloth is the only advice my father gave me. Jeffrey.
Do what you know.
Do
what you know.
No.
Live within your income.
Live within your income, live within your means. Your main question, St. Peter's. Your expression, building castles in the air. The sentence, we were advised to stop building castles in the air.
Imagining unreal things.
Pardon me?
Imagining unreal things.
That is correct. So making unrealistic plans or making audacious plans. I would come again to you in NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. A lyric is usually fairly short and what? A lyric is usually fairly short and what?
Educative.
No. I'll pass it on for a bonus. Would any school ring for it? Yes, Bethel Methodist.
In verses. In verses.
No. So a lyric is usually fairly short and expresses thoughts and feelings. Your main question, Bethel. A place and time of the action of a play or a novel is called what?
A setting.
That is correct. St. Peter's. What is the main function of imagery in literature?
It appeals to our sense of sight.
It what?
Appeals to our sense of imagination.
Okay, I'll give you 2 out of 3. The answer I was looking for was to make readers or listeners understand clearly what writers put across. The next question, social studies. I would begin with you again in NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. Name the longest latitude. Deborah. Up for a bonus. It is the equator. It is the equator. Bethel, what is the other name for the international date line?
Imaginary line.
No. I'll pass it on for a bonus. Yes, in NSUTA.
Prime meridian. Prime meridian.
No, the answer is longitude 180 degrees. St. Peter's. What angle does the Earth stand in its axis?
degrees.
Not 180 degrees.
90
You
degrees.
have only one attempt. Up for a bonus. So no school wants it. It is 66.5 degrees. 66.5 degrees. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. Who functions as the speaker at the district assembly? Who functions as the speaker at the district assembly?
District chief executive.
No. Up for a bonus. You have only one attempt. It is the presiding member. Bethel Methodist. At the regional level, who represents the president? Yes, Reginald.
The regional minister.
That is correct. St. Peter's International School. In Ghana's Legislative Assembly, who presides over it?
The Speaker of Parliament.
That is correct. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, what comes to mind when one hears of adaptation and shift in social, economic, and general life of a people in a society?
Cultural change.
Culture change is correct. Bethel Methodist JHS. The aspect of culture which deals with artifacts are considered as what?
Material culture.
That is correct. St. Peter's. The intangible aspect of way of life of a group of people is referred to as what?
Non-material culture.
And that is correct as well. So we come to the toss-in segment of this round. For the avoidance of doubt, let us test if our bells are working. In NSUTA, Bethel, St. Peter's. Thank you. So if you are ready with an answer, you ring for it. This would have to be answered within 10 seconds. Complete with appropriate proposition. Complete with appropriate proposition. The football match was put dash until next month. Off is correct in NSUTA DADWEN. The next tossing question. Again, a preamble. Continue the following proverbs. They must hunger in winter, that will not. The answer is that will not work in summer. Give me the nearest in meaning. I'll give you the word and I'll give you the sentence. Retreated. The men retreated when the enemy attacked.
Withdrew.
Withdrew is correct. The next question. The next question. Identify the literary device used in the statement. And this is the statement. The angry clouds marched across the sky.
Personification.
NSUTA DADWEN. And that is correct. The next question. Quote the formula for calculating the dependency ratio in a country's population. You've all been bailed out. The dependency ratio is calculated with this formula. Number of dependents over number of workers, all times 100. The next one, and it is the penultimate question for this round. How many types of sedimentary rock do we have? Bethel?
3.
3 is correct. And the final question for this round. What are cardinal points? NSUTA DADWEN.
Cardinal points are the 4 main geographical points of the earth which are used to show direction. And they are north, south, east, and west.
And that is correct. And that brings us to the end of round 1. At the end of round 1, here are the scores. Bethel Methodist JHS, 17 points. St. Peter's International School, 19 points. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, 25 points. So it is still early days in this second contest of this year's CCWBB. Before we go on to round 2, Bethel Methodist JHS would want to effect a substitution. Jeffrey Tan Otu, thank you for being here. Jeffrey's place will be taken by Vincent Boama Suka. Vincent, have you settled into your seat? Contestants, can we begin round 2? Great. So round 2 will come to you in 3 sections. You will attempt answering your main questions. There will be the toss-in section, and then a round which has been named the scientist or the problem of the day. We'll give you a problem in science, and then you would give us an answer to the questions that will be posed you. So if you are ready, I will start with Bethel Methodist JHS. Bethel, Plasmodium is an example of what type of parasite?
Endoparasite.
Endoparasite. Bethel, this is your main question. You don't need to ring the bell. Just raise your hand and I will call you. St. Peter's, an organism which transmits pathogens or disease-causing microorganisms from infested species to an uninfected one is known as what?
A vector.
A vector is correct. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. Tapeworm is an example of what type of parasite?
Endoparasite.
Shadrach, endoparasite is correct. Bethel. The stalk that connects the stigma to the ovary is called?
The style.
The style is correct. St. Peter's International. The male part of a flower is collectively known as?
The stamen.
That is correct. In NSUTA DADWEN, the ability of a seed to germinate into a seedling when all conditions are favorable, or when all conditions favorable are present, is known as what?
Viability of a seed.
The viability of a seed. Bethel, your main question. The valve that prevents the backflow of blood from the left ventricle to the left atrium or the auricle is known as?
Bicuspid valve.
That is correct. St. Peter's. The largest vein of the heart is called?
The vena cava.
That is correct. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, your main question. The part of the heart that pumps or transports oxygenated blood from the heart to all body parts is known as? Deborah.
Pulmonary vein.
No. Up for a bonus.
The aorta. The aorta.
The aorta is correct. The next set of questions you would explain is a preamble to all schools. You will explain the following terminologies in agriculture. Bethel Methodist. What is earthing up? Earthing up. Yes, Reginald.
It is the act of digging up soil for seedling.
It is the active.
It's the act of digging up soil for.
No, that is not correct. Up for a bonus. No school is attempting. I will move on to give the answer. It is the heaping or covering the base of plants with soils. Your turn, St. Peter's. What is the meaning of this terminology in agriculture? Planting at stake. Susanna.
Planting at stake refers to the process whereby the seeds are planted or they are.
Relax and deliver your answer.
The process whereby the seeds are sowed directly on the land.
That is correct. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, your terminology is mulching. Mulching. Shadrach.
Mulching is the act of using a fork to stir up the soil. Stirring up the soil so that the soil nutrients can.
No, that is not correct.
It is the use of inorganic materials to cover the soil surface for
That
plant
is correct.
growth.
That is correct. What did you say? Repeat your answer.
I said it is the use of inorganic.
No, it's actually organic material. Actually organic material. So you earn no points for that. And then you'll be deducted 1 point. So it's actually the covering of the surface of the soil or the base of plant, as you said, with organic matter such as dead leaves, sawdust. I heard organic. So if you said inorganic, that is not correct. And so you lose the point for that. For the next 3 questions, they follow this preamble. So listen carefully. What will be the products formed when the following substances react? Did you get a preamble? Reactive metal and water. Yes, Bethel.
An oxide of the metal and hydrogen gas.
That is correct. The next one. Reactive metal and oxygen.
An oxide of the metal.
An oxide of the metal. That is correct. The next one. The reactive metal and acid. Bethel.
A salt and hydrogen. Sorry. A salt and hydrogen gas.
That is correct. Again, for the next set of questions, or for this particular question, name or state the valence shell of the following element, or of this element. Chlorine.
1.
Next time, ring your bell. Repeat the answer.
1.
You said?
1.
No. Yes, Bethel.
7.
No. You have only one attempt. The answer is the M shell. That's why I said listen to the preambles carefully. I asked that you state or you name the valence shell of the element. So this one, you would give me an answer within 30, or you have 30 seconds to give an answer. If you have an answer earlier than that, you can press the bell and alert me. A ray of light hits the surface of a mirror and makes an angle of 25 degrees with a mirror. What is the angle of reflection? Bethel.
25 degrees.
That is not correct.
65 degrees.
65 degrees is correct. And that brings us to the end of the second part of round 2. And now we'll give you the question. When you receive the question, please do not turn over the sheet. Wait, I will read it with all of you. You would have 5 minutes to give an answer. You would have 5 minutes to give an answer. So we can turn over our sheets. Ensure that your pens are working so that when I ask you to begin working, you would have no problems. Don't start working now. We will read the question together. St. Peter's, put your pens down, all of you. So this is our scientist or the problem of the day. Listen carefully. You can read along with me silently. A machine carries a load of 80 newtons and has a moving effort of 160 newtons. If its load distance is 2 meters and effort distance is 10 meters, do the following. Calculate A, the work output, B, the work input, C, mechanical advantage, D, velocity ratio, and E, efficiency of the machine. You can start work. We'll go for a quick commercial break. Stay tuned in.
Dad, including mocha, Cowbell has 5 flavors: banana, strawberry, chocolate, coconut. What's the 5th one?
Banana.
Banana?
Okay, Dad. Including mocha, Cowbell has 5 flavors: banana, strawberry, chocolate, and coconut. What is the 5th one?
Strawberry.
No.
Are you feeling hot?
Honey, including mocha, Cowbell has 5 flavors: strawberry, banana, chocomalt, coconut. What's the 5th one?
Chocomalt.
Hey!
Coconut.
Hey!
Nutritious and refreshing, Cowbell has a flavor for everyone.
They think I don't know.
Cowbell, our milk. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, my my friends. My name is Calcate Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, ticky whiter, ticky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Calcate. Happy smile.
Welcome from the commercial break. So to our scientist or the problem of the day, this is what the consultant expected. But let me run through the question once again. A machine carries a load of 80 newtons and has a moving effort of 160 newtons. If its load is if its load distance, I beg your pardon, if its load distance is 2 meters and effort distance is 10 meters, you were asked to calculate the work output, work input, mechanical advantage, velocity ratio, and efficiency of the machine. And this is what our consultants expected. For work output, you needed to state the formula for that. So it is load times load distance. So the variables have been given. So 80 times 2, it will give you 160 joules. If you were able to work all that correct, you will get 2.5 points. For the work input, the formula is effort times effort distance. If you were able to give that formula half, if you input the variables, which is 160 times 10, another half, you arrive at 1,600 joules. You get 1 point. For mechanical advantage, the formula is load over effort. You input the variables, that's 80 over 160, you will get 0.5. Again, if you're able to do all of that, you will get 2.5. Velocity ratio is effort over load distance. The variables 10 over 2, you will get 5. If you're able to do all of that, another 2.5 points. And finally, for efficiency, it is calculated by looking for working the work output, which is divided over the work input times 100. If you go through all of that, you input the variables, it will be 160 over 1,600 times 100. You will come up with 10%. To the solutions from our contestants. DADWEN School Complex, you had a problem with our problem of the day or the scientist. You were unable to provide any of the things the consultants were looking for. So I'm most unhappy not to award you any score there. St. Peter's International School, you were able to give the formula for the efficiency. That is right, so you get half. So you also got half for that particular, or for this particular problem of the day. Bethel Methodist School, well, you were able to calculate the part A, which is the work output, part B, which is the work input. You did everything right there, so you get the full marks there. And then for part C, you were unable to give an answer. For part D, similarly. For part E, you gave the formula for efficiency, which is MA over VR times 100. You get the half for that. So all in all, for the problem of the day, Bethel Methodist JHS, you had 3.5 points. So it brings your points in total for round 2 as follows. In NSUTA, you had 6 points in round 2. Bethel, you had 19 points. 19.5 points, sorry. St. Peter's, you had 23.5 points. Similarly, For part E, you gave the formula for efficiency, which is MA over VR times 100. You get the half for that. So all in all, for the problem of the day, Bethel Methodist JHS, you had 3.5 points. So it brings your points in total for round 2 as follows. In NSUTA, you had 6 points in round 2. Bethel, you had 19 points. 19.5 points, sorry. St. Peter's, you had 23.5 points. So at the end of round 2, St. Peter's is now in the lead with 42.5 points, followed closely by Bethel with 36.5 points, in NSUTA DADWEN School Complex with 31 points. Contestants, it is still a very close contest. We'll move on to round 3, which is the round dedicated to questions from mathematics. Again, for a major question, if it involves calculation, you have 30 seconds. If it doesn't, you have 10 seconds. I will state that. If you get it right, you get 3 points. If you are unable to answer and it is passed on, a school that picks it right will get 1 point. If that school is unable to answer correctly, they will suffer a point deduction. I would start with St. Peter's International School, and it's a preamble to all 3 schools. Tell us the following figures in words. St. Peter's, yours is 440, 444, 444. It is a 9-digit number. 440, 444, 444. Yes, Selassie.
440,444,444.
That is correct. In NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, 101, 010, 101. I repeat, 101, 010, 101.
101,010,101.
That is correct, Shadrach. Bethel Methodist JHS. Yours is 500, 101, 010. Again, I repeat, 500, 101, 010.
500,101,010.
That is correct. Your question, St. Peter's, you have 30 seconds. For this set of questions, all of you have 30 seconds within which to give an answer. However, you have only 1 attempt, so carefully work it. List the composite numbers more than 26 but less than 35. Yes, Susanna.
27, 28, 30, 32, 33, 34.
That is correct. In NSUTA School Complex, in NSUTA DADWEN School Complex, yours, listen carefully. List the set of squared numbers between 25 and 36. Yes, Deborah.
25. Senan.
You have only 1 attempt. It was clearly stated. And unfortunately, I will not pass this particular one on because the second attempt was the correct answer. So I would move on to Bethel Methodist School. List the set of prime numbers between 81 and 91? Yes, Bethel.
83, 87, and 89.
That is correct. Again, a preamble to all schools. A preamble to all schools. One attempt only. 30 seconds to work this. Listen carefully. Arrange the following fractions in ascending order of magnitude. Did you get a preamble? St. Peter's, 1/3, 1/6, 1/2. Yes, Selassie.
1/6, 1/3, 1/2.
That is correct. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex with the same preamble. Your fractions: 2/3, 5/2, 1/6. Yes, Deborah.
1/6, 2/3, 5/2.
That is correct. Bethel Methodist with the same preamble: 1/3, 1/9, and 2/3.
1/9, 1/3, and 2/3.
That is correct. St. Peter's International School. The bearing of A from B is 20 degrees. Find the bearing of B from A. Yes, Selassie.
200 degrees.
200 degrees is correct. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. The bearing of X from Y is 270 degrees. Find the bearing of Y from X. Yes, Shadrach.
90 degrees.
That is correct. Bethel. The final question for this set. The bearing of town R from town Z is 300 degrees. Find the bearing of town Z from town R. Yes, Bethel.
220.
No. NSUTA DADWEN.
120 degrees.
That is correct. So we come to the tossing segment of the mathematics round. For this set of questions, you are required to work within 30 seconds. If you have an answer, even before I read, you will ring. If you get it right, first attempt 4, second attempt 3, third attempt 2. Let's go. There are 300 soldiers on a training ground. 3/4 are from the army. The rest are from the navy. How many navy soldiers are on the ground? Yes.
75.
That is correct. The next one. 3/10 or 3/10 of the patients on admission in a hospital are discharged. If there are 60 patients in the hospital, how many are still on admission? NSUTA?
42.
And that is correct. The next set. Listen carefully. Simplify. By simplify, I mean simplify. Simplify into one bracket A minus B all to the power 2. Yes, St. Peter's.
A squared minus 2AB plus B squared.
That is correct. Simplify. In one bracket, A plus B, bracket closed, another bracket, A minus B. Bethel.
A squared minus B squared.
That is correct. The final tossing question. Simplify. In one bracket, x plus y, bracket closed, all to the power 2.
X squared plus 2xy plus y squared.
X squared
plus 2xy plus y squared.
That is correct. Please, when you ring your bell, keep your hand on the buzzer. Keep your hand on the buzzer. At the end of the mathematics round, Bethel in that round scored 13 points. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex had 21 points. St. Peter's International School. Please, when you ring your bell, keep your hand on the buzzer. Keep your hand on the buzzer. At the end of the mathematics round, Bethel in that round scored 13 points.
X squared
13 points. Simplify. NSUTA DADWEN bracket 13 points. Keep your hand on the buzzer. Keep your hand on the buzzer. At the end of the mathematics round, Bethel in that round scored 13 points. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex had 21 points. St. Peter's International School had 23 points. So the scores now, these are the scores now. Bethel Methodist JHS has 49.5 points. NSUTA School Complex has 52 points. And St. Peter's International School has 65.5 points. We are left with one round to go, and that is the power round. The contestants, you would be tested, or they would be tested on questions from general knowledge, current affairs, and current affairs. 10 questions in all. The schools would answer 10 questions in a minute. Each question answered correctly earns you 2 points. If you are not ready with an answer, ask me to skip or move on to the next question. Before we do that, we would go for substitutions. NSUTA DADWEN School Complex would want to effect a substitution. Shadrach, thank you for being here. You have been great. Okay, so for the first 3 rounds, I went sequentially from one school to the other by starting with you. For the power round, you balloted for which school will start first, second, and then finally. So the school that went for the first slot, kindly let me have your envelope with the questions. School A, the one that balloted for. So as I said, each question answered correctly earns you 2 points. You have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. If you are not ready, ask me to skip. Are you ready? Can I start? NSUTA DADWEN School Complex. What is the capital city of Somalia?
Pass.
Which country will host the 2022 World Cup?
Qatar.
Correct. What is the name given to the male chimpanzee?
Pass.
Which former Black Stars player is nicknamed Tornado?
Pass.
What is the capital town of the Oti region?
Dambai.
Correct. Which tribe or people celebrate the Fetu Afashe?
Cape Coast.
Correct. What is the full meaning of this political party in Ghana? PNC.
Pass.
Who was sworn in as president of Ghana on 7 January 1997?
Pass.
Which country invaded Ukraine in 2022?
Russia.
Correct. What is the name of the disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus?
Pass.
COVID-19.
COVID-19, correct. What is the capital city of Somalia?
Pass.
What is the name given to the Black